Right then, Manchester United were crying out for a striker. The dismissal of Cristiano Ronaldo and the frailties in Martial and his reliability. United were absolutely desperate to reinforce that area, and Erik Ten Hag pinpointed Wout Weghorst as the man. And even in the early days, he is not exactly prolific, not exactly world class, but I think he plays his role and plays it well. He offers a very different dynamic to anyone else in the squad than we've had for a while, actually, not just this squad. And he is proven and suited to exactly what Erik Ten Hag wants to play. In his career, he's managed 21 goals in 66 games for Emmen, 24 goals in 73 games for Heracles, 45 goals in 86 games for AZ Alkmaar, 70 goals in 144 games, which is almost his best return. Wolfsburg, 2 goals in 20 games at Burnley, which is where a lot of people have judged him, and 9 goals in 18 games at Besiktas. 6'6", seems like the prototype sort of big man up top striker profile. Surprisingly, he is just above average in terms of finishing. Since the 2017 season, he's had 66 goals from an accumulation of 67.4 XG. It's a very slight underperformance, a percent or two. He is not necessarily the classic target man either. He is adept at receiving the ball to his feet, just in front of the defence and bringing his teammates into play. He could also be ideal to hold up the ball and create space for runners in deeper areas, especially the likes of Rashford, Antony, Bruno Fernandes and the like. His relentless pressing is pretty much as advertised. He made 5 interceptions against Arsenal and no Premier League player made more that weekend. A lot of fans perhaps expected Erik Ten Hag to deploy a false nine, moving someone more suited to midfield into the area and giving him a bit of a free role to spearhead the attack. That fits the sort of free-flowing, possession-based, centric game that he is often linked with. However, he has also shown a preference for a bit more of a classic striker in the mould of, Jan-Klaas Huntelaar, Dolberg, Brobbey, and Sebastian Haller, more often than the likes of a Dusan Tadic style. Ten Hag's history, if it's anything to go by, he deployed Haller in a couple of different spells, one at Ajax and one at Utrecht, suggesting that he does have a clear preference for a particular profile of a forward, where stylistically is much more in the Weghorst mode than it is in the Martial mode. Ten Hag would rather his striker stays high, providing the point of an attack, occupies the central defenders rather than dropping in and coming in to receive. And I think he looks for durability. Weghorst fits both the psychological and physical profile of what Ten Hag is looking for in terms of how hard working he is and he attracts and creates at the club. He works his socks off. He is constantly striving to improve. He's only missed 7 games in the last 6 years through injury. Durable. And especially when you pair that up with Antony Martial, he's missed more than that this season. Durable and reliable. Availability being the best ability. Martial's got 6 goals and 2 assists in this season with 720 minutes of football. That's a goal involvement every 90 minutes. Outside of his injury problems, he's performed and he's done all right. However, I think Weghorst offers so much more. The defensive work rate goes up, especially from the pressing from the front. And he's a lot more selfless in his running. And the difference between the two is hard to quantify because there's not often numbers just for cutting about the place that you can attach any meaning to. Weghorst as a striker currently makes the team function the best. The facts are also that Martial has hit 20 plus goals for Manchester United once in 7.5 seasons. Weghorst has scored 10 or more goals in the last 9 seasons whilst having a 20 plus goal contribution in 5 of those seasons. Weghorst can be a real asset to Manchester United, and I think that there's a real chance that even if Manchester United go big in the summer for an Osimhen or a Kane or someone like that, Weghorst probably will be kept around ahead of Antony Martial or instead of Antony Martial, and will probably still have a massive role to play as the new striker bets in. I've been impressed with him, and I think from a tactical point of view, he offers a lot that's hard to quantify. Generally, the people that rate Antony Martial, I I think, are people who watch him on Match of the Day rather than watch him for 90 minutes. The contrast is stark between them as players, and it's on both ends of the spectrum as well. In terms of watching someone dribble and score, you're going to put Antony Martial light years ahead of Wout Weghorst, but the fact that there's even a discussion to be had shows you how poor some aspects of Martial's game are, and particularly in comparison with Weghorst. That's my thoughts. Let me know if you agree or disagree in the comments, and I'll catch you lot in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.